KooLNerdz episode 69, y'all. How y'all feeling out there today? KooLNerdz about to talk about what's going on in the community with XM. Tonight we got a special opening from yours truly. Nope, not yours truly, but somebody else. You know who. Oh man, it's episode 69. So DJ Herc, I don't know where he at right now. Like I'm looking, and he didn't disappear. He count on folks for nothing. Man. Anyway, cue the theme music. Ladies and gentlemen, we got something special for y'all this evening. Somebody is back here waiting on y'all to give y'all a nice little grand opening. Who do y'all think it is on this Monday evening? Best place to be on a Monday night. You ain't doing nothing else. Ain't no sitcom on that's good anymore. So KooLNerdz Lounge is definitely the place to be.
That's right, y'all. It is I, robe wearing, cognac drinking, big guy smoke, glass wearing, sideshow buying, collector zone supporting, son of a gun, and also the sexiest man on the web, DJ Hercules. Welcome to the KooLNerdz Lounge. It is episode 69, and we about to get it cracking, folks. Where my people's at?
Where my people's is at? Where my people's is at?
We got a real good show for y'all today.
What up, y'all?
Introducing the host himself, the host with the most, my man Fatal. What's going on with you, brother?
What's going on, DJ Hercules, man? I appreciate you, brother. You know, Hercules is one of the admins of this whole KooLNerdz thing. My uncle, of course, the Watcher, aka Jomo, and my man Dante. These are the Chicago main five that you'll see here on KooLNerdz. But you know, we got Darth Rashid. He on the East Coast. Now, every now and then you'll get Sam from the South that'll come through, and of course, our man from LA, from Cali. We got Critical Master comes through. So, man, we are so gracious to have you guys with us here tonight. This is KooLNerdz Lounge, episode 69. That's why we had that special intro for my man's DJ Hercules, man. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, man, what's going on with XM Studio, man. Are they going out of business? We don't know, but I had predicted they would be the company that I saw that might go out of business. They have been quiet for a long time. Also, you know, Queen Studios have been quiet. You know, I wish Dante would be quiet, but coming here with all that scratchy noises, man. What is you doing, brother? God. And this is the only bold enough brother. When I mute him, he'll unmute himself immediately. Like, are you out of your mind? And we also gonna be talking about the pitfalls of this collecting hobby, and is it time to get out? Is it time to get out of this hobby? And what are some of the drawbacks of selling, like selling your entire collection, like, and what are the pitfalls of continuing to collect? And what changes should we make as collectors individually? And you know, because this stuff is expensive, man. This stuff is expensive. But right out the gate, man, there was some kind of stuff going on with XM. Wait, hold on. Let me holler at my people real quick. Let me holler at my people up in here, man. All right. We got Deflex. One. Man, Chicago dark side. Call Hemmings. What's going on? Red Hood. Douchebag. 16. And Ledge. Two places one time. Jumbo. And you know, it's that limousine driving, robe wearing, cognac sipping. Kiara Johnson, aka DJ Herc. Got my man, Mr. Kennedy. And you want to be redeemed? You want to know how to be redeemed? The man with the cross gave his life to Christ. Redeemer 23 collectibles. We got my man. Swole. Look like he ate a whole can of spinach. Beast 51 statue. We got my man CAB Cat.
Dante, do not make me end you by acting a fool on this show.
All right.
Dante, all clean shaven, got the hair
Man,
cut up.
Look at Dante.
Got the lineup.
Dante out here looking like he got a tattoo of a smiley face on his left butt cheek, talking about, I'm the latest man. Y'all remember that? The latest man. Dante gonna be jumping out of windows running from somebody's husband who chasing him because he was with his wife. You better not do that, Dante. Is that a job interview? No mustache? What is going on?
What jokes?
Did you have a job interview, my brother? You look like you're trying to get a job at a bank or something, man. What's happening? It's only two reasons a black man shave his.
I'm chill.
Here's number one: the job asked you, or two, you was trying to line it up and messed up. Which one?
That happens.
Either he's frozen or he don't want to answer the question. But anyway, man,
There's actually a third one.
I don't think I want to talk about the third one.
Yeah, like I said, I'm recapturing my youth.
Recapturing, but you're a young cat.
Okay.
You're a young cat, brother.
Yeah.
So XM put out a message. He got a date, man. Man, we got some people up in here today. So I'm gonna share this screen from XM. We're gonna kick it off with them, and then I'm gonna show some of their pieces, and then we'll get into a discussion about all this other stuff. But here's the Facebook post. I got that up. Let me see. I'm gonna read it. Y'all probably can't see it super good, but it says this was today is the 14th, and this is Indigenous People Day, what we call it now. But 2 days ago, dear value customers and partners, we want to address the recent rumors circulating on social media about the company's status. These rumors are untrue, and we are making this announcement to provide clarity and reassurance. Additionally, we are aware of the fabricated announcement containing slanderous claims about our company, and we want to assure you that this information is entirely false. We are actively monitoring the situation and prepared to take necessary steps to protect our reputation. The reason we have not provided frequent updates is that we believe actions speak louder than words, and we do not want to make empty promises. Our focus has been on ensuring we can deliver accurate information regarding product shipments and timelines. We will soon be releasing periodic updates on all products, including their estimated production timelines. There are also plans for some products to be canceled and refunded, and we provide details on this as well. We appreciate your patience during this time, and we want to assure you that we are dedicated to fulfilling our commitments to you. Rest assured, we are here to make good on our word and ask for just a little more time so that we can provide information you need in the near future. Thank you for your continued support. Sincerely, XM. Okay, there's some things that I've already sliced and diced that I am not fond of in that statement. When you go back to they need more time, and then they're telling you that they're going to cancel some pieces and do some refunds. So this fake thing that was out there, there got to be some validity to it, right? They spiced it up. It was kind of like a parody or whatever. But, you know, then they even commented here, this is in there. So that like they had to double down where it says, we sincerely apologize for the delays and fully understand your concerns. We are addressing all of our issues and clearing the outstanding backlogs. This is not a good thing. Even though they're putting out a message, they're putting out a statement to the community, it's still not a good thing. The fact remains is people put down deposits. Some people have paid off pieces and they're not getting it. And some of the items are slow, like coming in these, what they call them, they're shipping and not all together, right? So you're getting, they'll ship a certain amount of pieces to, say, Spec Fiction. He's one of the biggest distributors here in the U.S. And it was like, okay, this is shipment number 1. Yours wasn't on this boat. Like I got the Hulk that hadn't come yet. We talking about LBS, the one they did in combination. And you know they severed that relationship. I think it's one more piece coming that's combined with them, and that's that Tony Stark, that Iron Man. But the product, the updates will consist of shipping updates, production updates, and any statute cancellation and potential refunds and compensation. I want that answer right now, today. Like you can't tell me that we're gonna give you a refund and there are potentially some cancellations. Okay, what pieces are we canceling? If there's potentially some cancellation, tell me what are you potentially.
There has to be specifics, especially for the consumers.
The parody letter, I had to find it, man. I had to look around, so I'm gonna pull this down while I'm looking, and you guys go ahead and hallucinate on that.
Okay, you want to go first?
Go ahead.
DJ Herc.
All right, so I mean, so first off, so because I don't know the rumors, I've never bought an XM piece, but because I don't know the rumors, it's kind of hard to tell you if I believe them or not because I don't know what they are. But but based off of their letter alone, it's letting me know that some of the stuff that they said they was putting out, they ain't putting out, and some of the other stuff they putting out is going to take a lot longer to get. So the question comes in. So it comes into question. What's the real issue here? You know what I mean? If If you're telling me you're not going out of business, you're operating like a company that's going out of business. So, you know, whether people are giving out slanderous statements or not, that's how you're operating. So you can't really get mad at nobody for saying that. If I paid for something, then all of a sudden you telling me the stuff that I paid for may or may not come out, or it's just going to take a lot longer to do. I mean, man, Jack, that ain't good business. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good business.
Yeah, to go ahead, and I have to agree with you on that. It's not good business, and you know, especially like what Fredo said earlier. You know, he's waiting for, like, an example. He's waiting for that Hulk piece. I'm also waiting for it too, because I went in on him with one of the pieces. So for that to come out the way with his, and then they're saying, okay, we're going to do some cancellations here, but they're not being real specific or detailed about it. And I don't think, Fredo, I don't think you got any further detailings in your email from XM personally, have you?
No, but that particular piece is already being those are already being shipped. I'm more concerned with like pieces like Killer Croc that was actually out for pre-order. I think one of those 4 Horsemen was out for pre-order, and there was some more pieces that were out for pre-order that hadn't shipped yet. And then because they ship in batches, like Maestro, like another batch with Maestro. I'm not too concerned about the LBS Hulk. I think that was going to be fulfilled, but with something large like Maestro, I'm a little bit worried, I guess, because I got in on the later batch because I missed out. So
let me ask you this: on the 4 Horsemen, not that's an interesting one you brought up, because that was like, wasn't it more than a year ago? Like at least like 2 years ago?
That was a while ago when Art did the unboxing of them on his show, and I think
I remember.
Available. If I'm not mistaken, I think I seen that as spec. It wasn't nothing I was interested in per se, but at the time, you know, I was like, hey, you know, what's going on with it for people who wanted it, you know, and it was just something that, you know, I had a feeling because they were so quiet. Like one of these companies could go out of business, you know. Queen had been quiet, XM had been real quiet, and Sideshow had been on a tear. PCS had been on a tear, and those are American companies, and the other ones are more foreign, you know. And
even Tweeter had
been on a good tear as well, but not to the level of Sideshow and PCS. Like
no,
those are one of those companies gonna be Statue of the Year probably in the community because they've been coming out with pieces. Sideshow really been strong this year. This is like one of the strongest years in recent memory for Sideshow. They showed us the Hulks. You know, I got them in my collection. I got 2. A third one is coming soon once I make the final payment on it. And then the gray one will be coming out, and they've been delivering. And then they gave us Bishop, giving us Bishop, and they've given us a Succubus, and they just did the quarter scale Mythos Vader, and those things are going to be delivered, and they, you know, knocking it out the box. XM quiet,
so they've been consistent.
Yeah, but then XM, the last like real high piece that they put up for pre-order was Killer Croc. That's another one that I'm a little bit concerned about. You know what I mean? And coming out with these messages, apologizing, you just apologizing. What Kanye say? What are we gonna do with that? Especially if you put down money. Look, if you telling me, hey, give my money back now, 100%, give me a full refund, and we can move on. And then if you're gonna drop it later on, then I'll put down the deposit again. But there's no reason for you to keep holding my money right now. I can do something else with that. You know, like if it's a piece I got right now, take my money and put it towards something else. Take my money and put it for something else. But don't sit there and hold my money hostage.
Headlines of the day.
What is that? Lord have mercy, man. Everybody is on a.
My bad. That was Alexa.
But anyway, I don't want my money being held if you're not shipping my product. Just give my money back, because guess what? If I need to cancel because I got stuff going on, like y'all got going on, you're gonna keep my deposit, right?
No,
you're gonna make me hurt for it, but then I'm hurting by not getting my statue. And let's say I paid it off. Let's say it's a $3,000 piece. Well, my money, man. Look, give my money, man. Just give my money back.
And let's be honest, especially to all the statue collectors out there, you know, and me just getting my feet wet in the game. The NRD or basically it should be refunded anyways. But it's the whole point. The NRD is no joke. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's big chunks of money that we're talking about. NRDs. I mean, Fatal. Give us an example of like an NRD. Like how much?
The standard NRD used to be 10% of whatever the piece costs.
So okay.
$3,000 piece, $300. Now a $3,000 piece, not letting you give 10%. You putting down $750, sometimes $1,100 on the $3,000 piece. Sometimes they want 1/4 of the cost. So
look at
now
that.
You got my NRD. And if I put it on a payment plan, like partially or something with spec, I'm paying, right? So it's and that's one thing I don't like about like buying stuff online. When you purchase something, it come out of your bank account in a millisecond, but then they be like, oh, it'll be 5 to 7 business days before it reaches your account, sir.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
I want my money right now, as lightning fast as you took it. I want it back as lightning fast. But that's always a problem. And it was like, well, you have to check with your financial institution. We have no recourse on our site. Whatever. Whatever. But when you got money being held by these companies, it's stressful, right? Because everybody's struggling, right? The world economy is kind of struggling right now. I think we all can agree with that. At one point, shipping prices was going through the roof, and then you had companies look like they was hiding some of the shipping, or I don't know, but some companies seemed like they was increasing the shipping price to get more money. It's just been a mess. And for collecting, and we're gonna talk about selling stuff, but even with the resale value, now the one thing good about this, I'm gonna get into that too, but resale, like if you got a statue, you almost gotta lower your price just to be able to ship it and break even, and then people want to lowball you. But with XM, the one thing that's good about this, and hopefully they don't run without money, D-Flex. Hopefully they don't. But the one thing that's good with this with XM, they got some grails. I think we all can agree that they got some of the best pieces. And at one point, they was the hottest company. And they was the king for they wore the crown. I think they won Statue Company of the Year before with the collecting community, and they were throwing out some straight up grails. And right now, those statues that are rare and hard to find, like their Storm, like their Dark Phoenix, like their White Knight, their Shogun, Batman, I think those are gonna drive the prices up on that in the aftermarket if XM does indeed go out of business. So you're not 100% on the Iron Man that you paid in full. Exactly. That's not a good feeling, because if you got that whole collection, like that LBS collection, and you got Captain America, Thor, you got the Hulk, you want to finish that off, at least finish that off with that Iron Man. But now LBS did tease Black Panther, so that's a good thing. And then the Spider-Man. So now LBS has the individual license. So I think worst come to worst, if that doesn't ship, he'll have to redesign it a little bit and bring the Iron Man out as LBS only. So hopefully. And the 4 Horsemen was nice. It was. Yeah. Their statues are cheaper, but they still nice. I don't know about that though. We called it low tier, but they look great. Like this Ghost Rider I got on the table, it's dope. Yeah, exactly.
Look,
they
man,
hold us accountable.
Hold on.
Not themselves.
Low tier is a matter of opinion. Now, the problem I have with XM, and I was going to do a couple of them, but if you remember, we had a discussion with someone else who was in the game, who actually predicted this almost 4 months ago. One of our friends actually said this was going to happen. So, you look at not just the world market, but you have to look at the collecting market and a whole lot of other issues. Here's the other thing that we have to be concerned about. A lot of these statue companies share the same factories. And, nobody's talking about that either. So even though we can talk about economies of scale and, they're running out of money, but this market was doomed at one point to fall because of some other outside influences. And it ain't going to stop. Now, whether XM goes out, someone had predicted that the Asian market was going to actually collapse in this thing at some point. And so far, it's played out that way. The question becomes, what do we do about it? As you say, they're holding us accountable, but not themselves. And how do you get that money back? But to address this thing that, Sideshow is low tier, that's absolute BS. I think that anyone that says that is, well, there's a term for it, but I'll leave that alone. I think LBS, you were talking about Spec Fiction, Queen, and one other.
Spec Fiction, that's
but I would make
this resale.
Yeah, the resale, right. But again, you're looking at a market that just can sustain itself. And and that's the reality. You can, until they change their shipping, until that changes, not everything else fails. What you're doing, at least in the way I've been watching them, is that they take their orders and they basically play with your money. At least, again, that's the way I view it. It's kind of like playing a futures market. And that's actually what it is. It's kind of like playing with pork bellies, if you really want to know. So it's a futures market. But I don't see them being covered like you want them to recover. And as far as the rails, they've got quite a few. But look where here's the other thing that disturbs me. If you look at their designs, aside from them doing everything in a samurai motif, what else is it?
That the
So
samurai
you telling me
was
their quality is as good? But yeah, that was their niche, and it still is. Everything we do has a samurai theme to it. Okay, cool. I'm not a samurai guy. So to tell me that my collection from Sideshow is low tier is kind of insulting.
Yeah, Defects one, I have to disagree with you with that about Sideshow statues and all that, saying that they're low tier and all that. I mean, granted, maybe you have all the XM and all the maybe you have XM, maybe you have LBS, or maybe you have Prime One, this and that. But it's not to shoot down another company and say that they're horrible, because they're not. I own some Sideshow pieces. I own some PCS pieces. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the eye of the beholder. And in all honesty, I give respect and I give clarity to all statue companies in general. Me and Fatal always are honest, whether if a company is not good or whether a piece from a certain company is not good, we'll talk about that. Well, the main focus of our topic today is what we're talking about with the whole business side, what XM is doing. We're not here to trash other companies and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I totally agree with Jomo is saying. I mean, it's very honestly that's not cool to be doing that. We're not here to trash other companies. We're just saying it's not cool in the business aspect of what XM is doing and not giving full information on it. And that's just straight up truth.
Yeah, let me
add just one thing. Hold on,
I don't
let
want
me
to
just
stick
add
on
this
that.
one. And to an homage, yeah, let me just say this to you. And some of you said last week, and I got to address it. In this game, the ability to innovate and go forward with innovations like PCS, like Sideshow, that's what, you know, they take chances, but they do it in such a way that, you know, you look at what one studio produced, and you look at some, well, as you said, they've got the Succubus coming out, they've got a Riddler coming out, so they've innovated. And then you look at PCS, they've got the Turtles. Now, whether you like them or not is not the issue. The fact is that they did it. You know, so the innovation factor for me is something that moves me, because now I don't just see one theme. I don't see just all samurai jokers, samurai Crocman, right? Whatever else. And that's not to knock them, but I'm just saying that the other companies like PCS and Sideshow have been delivering with other items as opposed to just this.
Yeah, so
They've been more consistent. That's what we're talking about.
messing up. And X-Men exclusives not here, but they used to have like some collectors. They had a group where collectors give feedback on stuff that they wanted to bring out and give them advice. And when they was real hot, they was making them they was making a lot of those X-Men pieces. And then really they was really on fire when they was making a lot of those Transformer pieces. That was their cream of the crop. And then after that, they started hitting us with them samurai pieces, and that did well for them. And then they started going downhill, and they gave us they gave us a Sinister that was just absolute trash, right? And
I remember that one.
Instead of just going back to the drawing board, they changed the color of the base because it was like some flowery looking expose. I don't know what you wanted to call it. So they just made it like black, and it was like, oh, this is the same statue, man. Y'all did nothing. And it was just a terrible attempt compared to the stuff that they used to do, because XM was hitting us in the mouth at one point.
XM was killing it at one point. They were.
The comments. He was like, I'm just kidding, but crime of the crop is the
no. I know. I caught that. I caught that.
I think Prime One overall, for a wide span of time, has given me some of my best statues, hands down.
I agree. You know, hey, you, like I told you, one of my favorites, especially from Prime One, is the Batman Who Laughs that you have in your possession. That is like
Hulk Transformation was a dope piece.
Awesome.
A lot of people who got that love it. They love that piece.
Especially Dr. Rashid.
But they cheaper aftermarket. Yeah, they are. But and XM were holding their value more. But now XM really not giving us nothing. Now you got XM Prime One. This is Resin Ronan. Welcome to the show, my brother. Queen Studios and Sideshow. Preferably, I like Sideshow for my Marvel and Star Wars statues. Sideshow has a small footprint, and you are not waiting half a decade for a statue to release. I agree with that.
I agree with you with that. Yeah.
Yeah, old XM was dope. But the new stuff they've been giving us, they really ain't really been hitting us that great, right? They really haven't been hitting us that great. But I'm gonna pull up some XM pieces because I was able to get hold of Storm myself, and absolutely that Storm is a grail. It is the standard. It is the Storm which all people have to bow down to. I agree with this wholeheartedly. This Storm is major, right?
Is it major?
Absolutely. I love this Storm, and I'm happy that I'll be adding this to my collection, and happy that I got it when I did, because I believe the price of this one is going to go up, because if XM indeed does fold, I believe that some of their grill pieces are going to be highly sought after, right?
Okay.
Love this piece. The only knock on this one is the prototype had a skin a lot darker, and I wanted it like this. But
so you wanted more chocolate,
instead
of caramel. Okay.
I see. Background.
It's still amazing.
It is an amazing piece. I mean, I like it. The bass, I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of that one by the Silver Surfer by Sideshow, where he's coming out in the space, that galaxy type of scene when he's coming out on his board.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of that, but that's pretty dope because it's basically like a tornado, like a whirlwind, based on her Storm.
Yeah, I love it. I'm happy to be adding this one. Storm is one of my favorite characters, period. So, and XM, they like, this one was beloved as soon as it dropped. Like, it's one of those statues that grew on people. This was one of those statues similar to the Thanos on Throne from Sideshow. Yeah. Right away, it was a household name. They sold out quickly. This one was like 9 something, right under $1,000. Now, I've seen it as high as 3,500. And
wow,
good deal
really?
For this one, if you can get this one for about $2,000 shipped, because even with the 900, you talking about tax, you talking about shipping, you probably was paying about maybe $1,250, $1,300 at that time, all in. But now you can get this one for if you can get this one for about $2,000 shipped, you probably doing good. But if XM goes out of business, all of their grail pieces are gonna go up.
Yeah, of course.
What y'all think about this one? What you think about this piece, Jomo?
I like it. I think I like your first one. The darker was one which I would have gone for.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know why they didn't have her as dark. I didn't understand that. I do like this chocolate.
Now, do you got the swap outs for the hand or the torso, or is it just going to be as the previous one that you showed, the previous picture you showed before?
I mean, it comes with another pose where her looking up.
But not this one specifically. The like they had in the prototype picture.
They got this face, and then they got one where she's looking up to the sky with her mouth like roaring.
Okay.
Yeah. Now another
is
one. Is
this a quarter scale or a 1/3?
Quarter.
Nice footprint too.
They haven't done. I don't think they ever done a 1/3. They do quarter and they do 6 scale.
Okay.
So this was
that quarter
magic.
scale looks nice.
This was magic. This was a magic that Darth Rashid has. He sold it and got it back. This is another one that a lot of people really liked in the community.
I think Crippler has that one, doesn't he?
I'm not 100%, but
I know he always liked magic, and I know he talked about it. He talked about that character much in statues, so I'm not too sure. I think he does have it. I'm not sure. But Darth Rashid, I know he has it.
These 51 said he got the classic Iron Man, and he already seeing it going for more than it was a couple months ago. Yeah. I mean, a company goes out of business, the product that they used to sell goes up in value. I mean, it's just that simple. This one was dope. This Emma Frost, I think it's probably the best one out there. This one is going for a pretty penny on the aftermarket as well. Definitely a beautiful piece. I love this
I like
piece.
the footprint too. Look at that.
The XM Hulkbuster is going for 5,900 Australian dollars. Goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I ended up going with the Queen Studios Hulkbuster.
That is high.
Yeah, that's sheesh.
Yeah. Wow. XM Scorpion is rare. Is that one is. Love XM Magic, but King to see a new one from another company soon. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see, but this one is the standard, and right now, and of course we know this one.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is one I got coming.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think
I remember when you pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, but but I didn't get. I wasn't on the first shipment. So
no. You said the second shipment, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm probably like third or fourth by the time I get it, but I'm slow paying this boy. This was expensive, but this is gonna be one of the grails in my collection. You know what I'm saying? That I'm happy to have coming, but hopefully it's no snafus with this. You know, this is a major piece. A lot of people had this as statue of the year released in the community. And with them giving you something so dynamic and robust and taking a risk like this, how did they fall off? That's what I don't understand. Like, what happened?
Maybe it's fatal. Maybe it's the pricing and the expenses of it. I mean, you know, not everybody can afford. I mean, not everybody can afford a statue that large and at that expense. And plus, think about it. You know, the shipping's going to cost an arm and a leg. It's like what, 3 boxes for that.
Man, I wish I could find that dang on that message that they put out there. It was basically saying like, yeah, we spent all our money on Lamborghinis and all this, and now we can't fulfill it. Because if you see the studio here, like I don't know if y'all seen some of the tours. Jim Mint did a tour of their studio. Dude, they spent a lot of money on that studio. No pun intended, on XM Studio, right? And they were saying it was a lot of lavish living. Like they showed this area, there was a bar and it had all this expensive liquor and all of this stuff. And they was doing a lot of, where's that parody letter? I couldn't find it, man. If somebody could send me that link, send that to me on Facebook on my page. I really
tag him in it. Tag him. Yeah. If you guys could tag him in it, I can help him out with that. Yeah, he'll pull it up.
I couldn't find it. I was looking for it, man. It was like, I think XM helped people take it down or something, man. I don't know. But they had this.
I wish I could have seen that.
And to be honest with you, a lot of the inspiration that I got for my man cave came from XM Studio, from this studio here. When y'all see it, because Herc already seen some of it. The inspiration came from them mostly. Right?
I gotta come by your crib just to check it out, and we chat it up too.
Yeah, they're Singapore for you, and they were spending that money. So a lot of people think that's why, but this piece is dope. This one was a miss for me. This Rogue, they did this in 6 scale and 4 scale, I think 2 scales. I got this beast. I already got it in. I thought we would not get another beast, but Sideshow gave us a beast. I got this one in already, but they're different enough.
That one's cold-blooded too. I like that one.
Yeah, I got this
one. That one's cool too.
This one was okay, but Sideshow Jean Grey was better. Where they did their thing with Jean Grey was with her Dark Phoenix, which is by all accounts considered a grail in the community. I'm gonna pull it up soon, but and then they had Ghost Rider, considered a grail by many, this Ghost Rider piece, and then they did the Ghost Rider on horse as well. So they was hitting us in the head with some great pieces.
The one on the horse. Oh my God, that's like killer, bro.
Yeah. Like if I was gonna get one of those too, I would get the horse because I got the Sideshow on the bike.
Yeah,
their place is real dope. It is nice, man. And then they gave us the Dark. Malik? They gave us Darth Malik and a Darth Revan. And at one point, you can get this as a set.
Really?
Price. Yeah. So I think, as far as licensed company, these the only ones out there that got a Darth Revan and a Malik. Yeah, absolutely. But this piece was dope. DT Geek Show unboxed this. This was a 6 scale Dio. Real dope.
Oh yeah,
X-Men versus Sentinel.
I love that.
Yeah, this was a 6 scale Dio, man. Everybody liked this one.
Everybody liked that one. That one right there, they love it.
You can still find it at a regular price. I think Cosmic Chase got this one. That White Knight. And then you got Bumblebee. And they did a great job on the Transformer pieces. You got
Nemesis Prime.
Nemesis Prime. This was one that was dropping. This was Megatron from
That's
Beast Wars.
from Beast Wars, yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to come. This is another one that's up in the air now because of everything that went on.
See, that's another one of the things. Like, see, and I understand with the community, and I understand how some of the community, or collectors like yourself, where you guys are out there and putting your money in it, and like, man, I put all this money into this, and now it's up in the air, like if they're going to release it or not, or they're going to have some cancellations. That's just crazy. And the thing about it is that I get what you said earlier, because there's a time frame for other statues that are out there that you could possibly want and use that money for. Yeah. And if they don't cancel it on time, then suddenly that money that you have, you're going to get all that money later. You're going to, man, I could have gotten this. But no, it's sold out because these guys held my money for so long.
See, that's the thing. It becomes a trust thing. You know what I'm saying? And like
correct.
Like you said, it becomes a trust thing. So if I give you my money and you ain't got a time frame where I'm going to get the piece.
I hope they don't cancel it either for the people who got it. Yeah.
Look at that. Look, that's a dope cable.
Yeah, and I love this Apocalypse. I have this one. This cable was dope. I got the sideshow one, but I understand why people might like this one better. I like the sideshow one, but this was still dope. This Mystique, dope portrait, but she was oversized, many people said, but still was a dope Mystique. Other Mystiques have been made dope, but I'm just saying they gave us some great pieces over the years, and there's more of them, but I pulled up what I could find before tonight's show, and hopefully they get it right. If they don't, what I'm saying, we got to move forward with the companies that we have. If they have moved factories, with their paint jobs hold up now? Well, I don't know, because a lot of the companies, even customs, are using some of the same factories. I think Jomo alluded to that earlier in the show. So hey, we are where we are, man. The economy, when the American economy struggles, the world economy struggles. And the reason why, Americans are the largest consumer of any kind of product. We love to spend money on bull crap. We love to spend money. We don't save money, we spend. So when we ain't shopping, the economy could crumble, man. So governments have to do something to put some type of, I don't know if I want to use the word tariff right now, that's all political, but there has to be some stoppages on this rapid increase in price, because we're not catching up financially. I'll give you one example. 6 years ago, I was at a lower rank in my profession than I am now, and I was approved for my home. I've had a promotion since, and if I was buying this same home today, I would not get that same approval on the loan. That is absolutely bananas. That means that I have got a promotion, make more money, but I qualify for less in relation to what this house would cost today. That means inflation is out of control, man. Although I appreciate the value of my home is going up. The value of my home is going up, but if I was stepping in here trying to buy it today, I couldn't buy it. I wouldn't get the loan.
Well, I mean, ground beef is $3.79 a pound right now, brother. So I mean, goodness.
Yeah. So buying statues should be the least thing on my mind. And that leads me into the next discussion. Is it time to get out? Because it's expensive, man.
Eggs cost more than statues.
I mean,
I don't know. That's a possibility, And these companies that's paint these statues, they don't have no loyalty, so they just gonna paint what you give them because they want to make their money. you know. But yeah, and that leads me into this. Man, is it time to get out of the hobby? And if we do, if like, I want to go around the panel and have this discussion, and I want you guys to engage in the chat, because I put up a post the other day, and I don't know, I was like, am I playing or am I serious? And I put, what if I was to sell my entire collection? Right? What if I was to sell my entire collection? And there was a comment in there, and it said, you'd be better off just giving this stuff away, because trying to sell all of this stuff is going to be a headache. And in some ways, I agree with that. And even shipping stuff, man, I've shipped out stuff and had problems with shipping, got stuff sent back to me, man. I'm like, this is a headache, man. Like, I've tried to do the reseller thing where I was moving statues, and I'm like, man, this ain't really lucrative. Trying to make it a business, and just going to storage, finding a box, repackaging it. It is, man, collecting is not easy, bro. And
hey, tell them about when you try to look for a box, a certain box for me.
Oh, man.
How long was that?
2-3 months.
Yep. He's not exaggerating.
Like, here it is. Here it is. So, like, how should we approach this, y'all? What's a drawback like of selling your whole collection? And I think I mentioned it. You know, for one, finding buyers and not getting I don't want to use this word because I used it before and I got in trouble.
Just say it.
I'm not gonna say the word. When people try to get you to sell your stuff for crackhead prices, people are very insulting. They are extremely insulting so they take advantage of the things that you may be going through, and they'll ask you for so you got $1,000 statue. Hey man, let me get it for $600. Now, why would I give you $1,000 statue for $600?
Because they think you're going to say yes. And that's the thing. I mean, like, I be on eBay. I've been wanting that Count Dooku 6 scale for the longest, but I'm not about to pay $400 plus $100 in shipping for it. I'm not doing it. I don't even think I'm gonna pay $400 for it. It's a 6 scale. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, selling your collection is going to be time consuming, very time consuming, because you got to find buyers for all of this stuff. You're going to have to tell a lot of people no, because they're going to try to get you. They're going to be like, hey, man, you ain't sold it yet. It's been on here for about 2 months. Man, just go ahead and throw it at me for like $250. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And just boxing it up, shipping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on eBay, you can get a buyer who wins the bid at a price you will agree to, and the dude just won't pay. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's true too. That's true too.
Now,
so you gotta
make you put in your payment information first. It's kind of a little different. I think they kind of holding people to the fire on that. I don't know. So I'm gonna read through this real quick. What if I sold my entire collection to just quit this hobby? Ian Lim said, wise decision. Sick. Who's been selling a lot of stuff? You wouldn't be the first or the last. Jalen, he cried. Andre Trance says, I'm thinking the same. Richard Torres, no, I would miss the live streams. Man, are you here today? Appreciate you, brother. Bruce said, trust me, I think about it all the time. When you think how much I've invested in it. Sebastian said, bye. Christian Wolfgang said, well, if you're an AI artist, yeah. Well, I'm not. Bats in the Belfry, he said, not without a room tour. Seriously, if the thrill is gone, your streams will be missed. And then Terry replied, right on. And Adams replied to this. He said, I have to make another trip to Chicago and have a sit down. If I stop collecting, I mean, I'm not buying from PCS. And
I respect that.
Evan said, quitters never prosper. Kenneth said, you will have to completely void your life of this hobby, especially social media. If not, you'll be back again buying everything you sold. You're right.
He's right. He's right.
So here's the thing. At what point do you sell stuff to make room for most stuff that you have? I mean,
That's true. Good question.
That's the thing. Like, if you know you got a bunch of stuff coming in that you really, really want, at some point, some other stuff got to go.
It has to. You have to. That's called. They call it cycling. You got to cycle through it.
Right. At some point in time, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff you got to go so you can make room for the stuff you really want. Because you might look at something and just be like, yeah, I don't even like this no more. You know what I'm saying? So you'll let it go. But at the end of the day, if you're going to continue to collect, unless you have an infinite amount of space, at some point in time, you're going to have to resell.
And here go Beach 51. It's not time to get out because you'll lose 50%. Hold on to what you love. Hold on to what you love, what you have. Hold on and love what you have, I mean. And that makes sense too. And Carl said he agreed with Beast. Yeah. So here go.
Can anyone hear me?
I think about how much I spent in this hobby and what they're worth now. It's depressing. So things are kind of going down. And to be honest with you, XM is one of the companies that the value was held on a lot of their pieces. That's why this is crazy that they're going through what they're going through, because their pieces did hold value. But a lot of other pieces and Sideshow, even Prime One, you not selling them like you used to at the same. You're not even getting back what you paid for it, and that hurts, and it hurts the hobby. And you know, we talked about ES and all of that. James said, my biggest concern is this will not age well. Ultimately, it will all become junk, because 20 years from now, who is going to be looking for an old ass Hulkbuster? Our families won't look at a bunch of boxes and rocks as an investment. We are living in a bubble, man, me included. Honestly, I have to make the decision to liquidate eventually, apply some of the cash towards an experience in my life, call it a wrap. Hold on, it was one comment, Derek. It was some good comments, man. People, when you put stuff up like this, people really put some good stuff. Derek, Black Ledge, this is Ledge. Ledge said on the Facebook, I would just be still, and he just said the same thing, and not sell anything and just stop buying so much, maybe, and appreciate what you have. Then if you still want to sell, list what you want and sell your least favorites first and go from there. But in the end, it would be wise to appreciate what you have and tell yourself 1 to 3 pieces a year or your must-haves, so you're not overboard, and spend more time with the family. Rare.
That's true.
Kevin.
That's a good statement.
This was a good one. You'll be better off giving them away. Now, this was one that I kind of was like, dang, man, you know, I'll probably grow the channel without pieces. But, people love giveaways.
They sure do.
You'll be better off just giving them away. At least then you stand the best chance of moving them fast and freeing up your space. I'd advise anyone that is thinking about doing this, truly ask, why are they doing it first? If funds are tight, you are not going to make it up with this move. If you are tired of trying to stay up with the hobby, just enjoy your current pieces and log off for social. I've actually pulled way back and just enjoy the pieces that I have. Call it apathy or maybe just collect a piece, but I'm happy with what I have, and I'm getting to a point that I neither want to add nor take away from my current collection. Time to get into sports cars. Yeah, so those were some of the things that people wrote on the internet. So
yeah, I got a point.
Go ahead. Make your point, brother.
Yeah.
Man, if you do that one more
a lot
time,
of collectors
you're
are,
exiled forever.
fake. I'm making a point. A lot of collectors fake this. Could you let me make my point if it ain't too much to ask? Thank you. Jomo, great to see you. Critical Mass, what's happening?
Okay. So,
Oh, come on, bro.
ladies and gentlemen,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
yeah, buddy,
I missed this. I missed this one.
you gonna get zapped. Make your
Let
point.
that brother make his point.
No,
man.
don't make a point about the point you're making. Just make the point. Am I right?
All right, go ahead, Dante.
Watch.
If people are going to do this, or better yet,
Can't make
if
it
they're
up.
going to leave, it'll be better to organize a convention and sell your statues there instead of trying to sell them solo.
Pretty good point.
That is all.
Okay.
It's not a bad point.
Wow. Deep. Well,
He put some thought into
Gotta
that.
pay the story. If you
Let
pack
me
it up,
follow
and
Dante if I can. But here's the thing: in this, what I've learned is innovate or die in this game, and it seems to me that the successful companies innovate. And I think we've heard and a couple of other people, even the guys from Sideshow said that their whole theme going forward was to innovate. So we got to add that into the equation. But the other thing about this whole collecting game is that there's a psychosis. Why are you collecting? Now, can you necessarily have all of them? I don't think you can. I mean, because again, there are some pieces in your collection that are more relatable to you for whatever reason. And that's just a fact. And believe it or not, I was one of the people that commented on your page, and I too said I would be making a trek over to your house with me and the nerdy boys
That's why I
to
didn't
find out
read
what
that.
the hell is going on.
You coming over here to get some stuff. You coming over here to lead with stuff.
No, I'm not.
Hey,
no,
hey,
I'm,
hey,
no,
hey.
no,
Hey,
no,
hey.
no, look,
Nerdy
I'm
boys
coming.
rolling up
Look,
with
if I
Hey,
had to
I'll be
go-
honest. As your uncle, I'm coming.
Nerdy
Look,
boys rolling up with
I was not
U-Hauls.
coming to get nothing. If I had to fly in Critical Mass, find Dante, DJ Herc, go scoop up Redeemer and bring them over to your house, and even go get Darth Rashid with his crazy butt, I was coming to your house to figure out what the hell's going on. So that, coming to get something now, I'm trying to keep you out of trouble. That's all, son.
Jomo,
Okay.
we're gonna have an intervention.
So here's the thing with that though. It's hard to say you getting out the game if you already got like 10 things in pre-order. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So like I think
That's hard.
I think Dante made a really good point. If you're trying to really get rid of some stuff instead of doing the whole shipping thing, wait for a toy convention or whatever.
Or
Get
time.
it.
Yeah.
And all
That
the
is a
stuff
good
you
point,
don't
though.
want anymore.
I just
sell
wish he'd
at
make his
sale.
point quick instead of saying, because I don't be knowing where he about to go. I think he gonna bring up a museum, and he almost did. But that is a good point.
Hey Dante, we love you though, man. We love you. You know, he's just messing
Here,
with you.
Herc.
It's part of the show.
So yeah,
Part of the
but,
show.
yeah, like, and all you got to do is find the box it came in, take it.
Yeah.
Here it is.
But is that simple though? We ain't talking about G.I. Joes and Hot Toys. We talking about polystone pieces that weigh upwards of 100. If you're talking about taking a maestro to a convention to sell it, you're talking about a 300-pound statue. So then how many of those are you going to fit in your vehicle? So that means you're going to have to rent. You're going to have to call up the KooLNerdz crew to load up a truck. And then if you're unsuccessful at selling any of those pieces,
And we're gonna have to get exhibitor badges and everything.
And now you got to bring all that stuff back
at
home.
that point, is that easier than posting something, I'm selling this, and have a bunch of dudes try to lowball you? At the end of the day, the only, like, if somebody try to lowball you, you can always say no. There is somebody that may pay that price. You just have to wait for it. Then you have to box it, rebox it, and ship it. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that a convention is the easiest
answer,
solution, but it's a solution. It's better than having, because now you ain't got to worry about shipping at all. Here's the piece. Take it. Give me my money, and you done with it.
This music is
sell one piece at market value.
And Uncle,
you done came out on top.
Board.
Good.
So yeah, if you can sell any, because like I said, you go to some stuff like that, these folks know what it's worth. You post what you selling it for.
But that's a lot of work, man. Packing up statues, just one statue is a lot of work. Packing up 10, 15, 20, 30 of them is a massive amount of work.
Then you ain't trying to sell then, brother.
But if you're unsuccessful with selling any piece and you do all that movement, it's gonna be an unhappy day for you.
It is, but you know what's gonna be worse? Selling at crackhead prices.
Yeah, but you still might end up having to sell at crackhead prices if you go live, because people gonna have the money in your face. And we know, because we've done it, we wait till the last day of a convention to see if we can get the best deal.
Right. It's true. Facts.
We be like, I got cash money, man.
Look who's talking. Look who's talking. This guy's walking around with a wagon.
We're talking about a place we're talking about a place that's already selling.
Yeah,
they're trying to get these little pieces. They ain't gotta take them back.
I'm selling right now. I'm selling my entire Sideshow 5th scale Avengers Assemble line. I've sold one piece from that. There are some pieces from Street Fighter. Somebody offered me something for a life-size Joker bust that I got from the Killing Joke, but I never put that up, right? So, like, if you seen something in my collection that piqued your interest and you wanted it and I've never offered it, you're gonna have to offer me a pretty penny for it, and it definitely is not gonna be lower. If I didn't feel like I wanted to sell it, I'm definitely not selling for lower than I paid for it.
That's true.
Especially if it's a big piece, because I know what it's gonna cost me to ship. But I'm open to people asking me, like, I'm not offended. Like, if somebody offer me a low ball, I'll just say no. I don't have no problem saying no to a crackhead price, right? But if somebody was like, hey man, I like that Hulk you got back there, and then I'll tell you that Hulk right there, it's not for sale, but if you could intrigue me with that dollar, then I might sell it. But you know what's special about it? It's signed by Lou Ferrigno.
Yep.
I got $25 for you right now.
And you'll never see that piece. You won't even be able to smell it. But that's the thing, man. So the drawbacks of selling is getting offered these crackhead prices, because that's where people are at right now. Everybody's struggling. You know what I mean?
And everybody wants that cheap deal. They want that price. I mean, you know, we've all been guilty of it.
Yeah, I know. We all do. But I don't try to insult people by asking for 50% off. If
that's true.
For $1,000, I'd be like, hey man, the first thing I'm gonna ask is, what's the best you can do?
What's the best you can do? Exactly. That's a respectable way to do business with them.
What's the best you can do? And then they be like, hey man, just make me an offer. And then I say, all right, how's $850? I'm not gonna ask for $500 for a $1,000 piece. I might say, okay, is $850 good?
If I ask you what's the best you can do and you tell me to make you an offer, I'm gonna give you the lowest offer I can possibly give you, because that's what you asked for.
Yeah, but when I ask you to give me an offer, I'm gonna say, don't insult me.
Well, I'm gonna say,
exactly.
I don't know how much it costs in the first place. How about that?
Yeah, you do. If you buying statues, you know how much these pieces cost. If
That's
anybody
true.
try to tell you, man, I don't be yabba yabba dabba do, you a lie.
They do that. They do that.
You do that. They do that. You a lie. You a lie. And you a cheat. And I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Yeah. You know, so you know,
Because what'll be worse is something happening to you, and folks who don't know nothing about collecting start selling that stuff off at crackhead prices.
well, they gonna do that anyway, but I'll be dead, so it wouldn't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you check? Fatal, did you check Carl Henning's question?
Go ahead. Yeah, I just said it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Spoke through that.
All right.
But I just said it, man. You ain't listening. I just literally said my Avengers Assemble line, some Street Fighter pieces, and I'm opening offers on pieces that I don't even have up for sale.
You got any sip over there?
I am selling my
You happen to
pre-order.
have Count Dooku?
No. I am selling my pre-order from J&D for the Catwoman dual set, the Michelle Pfeiffer. I put down
That's a good set.
$750, and I might sell the pre-order for $500. So then you got $250 that you got towards it. That's out of my pocket. And then I'll have to switch the email over to you, and then you'll take over the order, and then you'll pay for it. If you want to send payments on, you can to them directly, or you can just wait till it's shipped, about to ship, and pay it off. But I'm selling my $750 deposit for $500 for that dual set Catwoman.
That's a good deal.
So you saving $250 on that deposit if you want that. So I'm satisfied with the Prime 1 when I got, and that's why I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna do one piece for each character type thing, you know. But like collectors like myself, I don't typically sell stuff, and that's the hard thing. But you know, when companies like go out of business, it don't shake me up, because sometimes I wish they all would. Sometimes, because then there won't be nothing for me to buy. And then I can just enjoy the ones that I have, right? So I don't get all like, oh my God, they're going out of business. What will I ever do? I mean, if all the statue companies announce we're going out of business, one thing that I do know that I have is an extremely valuable collection. Because if they all go out of business, then you got to come to me. You got to go to Critical Mass.
The price just went up.
The price just went up.
You see that brown Wolverine right there?
Yeah.
The price is going
up.
It's going up.
You know, so the whole, I don't get bent out of shape if a company say they're going out of business. The company that I think will never go out of business is going to be Sideshow Collectibles.
Yep.
Why do you think Sideshow Collectibles? Can you lay some facts out?
Because they in the States, and if they had to, they got the skill and the talent here, and if they got the money to be able to pay for their own painters, and they can do it all here in America if they wanted to. If they didn't want to outsource, I think they got the liquid money to be able to not outsource. And if you look behind me, this is all Sideshow. These were all reasonable priced items, and I love these in my collection. Typically, these are the type of busts that I like the most. Queen Studios start coming out with like life size and silicone, but typically, do I see myself continuing to collect stuff like that? No, because it's too expensive. These are a fourth or a fifth of the price of those busts. And I get the same amount of joy with these. These were under $1,000 for a bust, where you paying $4,000 and $5,000 for a silicone bust. And I'm more into comic pieces than I am into movie pieces, but that's a personal thing there. But Sideshow will sustain through because they being real strategic. And we will get mad at them for coming out with a reissue, but then I think that's more of a financial thing for them. It's a piece that does well. Vader, 11,000 pieces. They're gonna move it. They moved the Mythos, but if all companies went out of business, I got a very expensive collection, and then, you know, would I sell then? I probably would, because I'll be able to sell at at least I get every single penny back. You know,
you definitely break even. And another reason why Sideshow would still be around is they have a loyal fan base.
Yeah,
prices,
but I don't think everybody.
They got the cheapest prices around,
and they'll also sustain because they sell more than Sideshow stuff.
Now, what you say, Critical?
I was just saying that they got a loyal fan base, and the prices are cheaper than everybody else. And then the way that they got it set up with the payment plans, it makes it hard for you not to collect something. It's like you said a minute ago, man. In a way, it would be nice if you went out of business because you keep coming out with all these bangers. Because I said a couple of years ago that I was gonna get out the game. Hell, that's like 10 pieces ago because they just keep coming out with bangers.
Yeah, like I was telling Redeemer the other day. Mm-hmm. Every Sith that Sideshow has, I have in pre-order right now. So I'm like, after that, I'm cool. I don't need nothing else. And what do? Savage Press. God damn it.
Yeah. So that
just when I thought I was out.
The pitfalls of continued.
They keep pulling you back in.
So y'all segue right into that question. The pitfalls of continued collecting. You can't stop, right? And then it's like, okay, if you don't turn off your screen, if you don't log out of Sideshow and delete that app or whatever other app, you're gonna continue to see these pieces. And even if you do that, you go on Critical Mass page just to say hello, and he didn't posted a piece, and you're like, no, they didn't bring that out.
Nah, bro. Like,
I wish Rashid was
on
here.
Facebook.
When I started this YouTube stuff, Rashid was saying that he was getting out of collecting. Rashid been getting out of collecting for 10 years.
Hey, Rashid, we not throwing shade, but let's be honest, we not capping either. We not capping. We telling the truth here.
It's just kind of like
it's hard to get out, y'all.
Like, I visited Sabres Pro website one time.
Come on.
I go on Facebook, I got Sabres Pro ads, Neo Sabres ads, all these different lightsaber companies ads. So you have to totally unplug out of social media.
You do.
Together.
Yeah, they will. They will. But it's funny that you say that because like my nephew, he's got a hobby the last 3 years. He's been learning guitar. And so since then he's accumulated up to 6 guitars. So he gave me his first one, an acoustic. And so I just go onto Amazon to look for a guitar strap in the case. Now that was yesterday. Today I'm being bombarded with stuff on Facebook. Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Guitar this, guitar that. It's like, get out of my head.
Look at this, man. This is so cute.
I love the backdrop.
First of all,
you and this is so cute.
This is cute.
What skin is this?
We do not use cute on KooLNerdz.
We're floating.
Get us off this crap.
We're floating.
Is that a rule?
I can't believe you said it.
Cute is not a word we use around here?
Nah.
Not on KooLNerdz. Nah, man. Come on, bro.
Not that I was planning on using it. I just want to know the rules.
No, hey, I can understand if you're using it and says, "Oh, ain't that cute? Look at what he said." We taking shots or capping.
I want to tell Resin Ronan something right now. Didn't you just learn a lesson before you posted that? You're not getting out. So Resin Ronan said he just waiting on Weapon X and Bishop. I'm good at that.
Like,
and then they're gonna come out with Iceman.
Resin Ronan,
they're gonna come out with something, Resin Ronan, and you're gonna be the first one there and be like, man, I just pre-ordered that.
Like right now,
they're gonna come out with a Ronin.
And I'm like, all right, after I'm done with the Sith thing, I'm gonna start doing my X-Men, then I'm gonna do the Dark Knights thing. And that should be cool. However, I already know. There's always gonna be a Sith something to buy they constantly coming out with X-Men stuff to get. The Dark Knights, not as much, but
I'm done. Man, you ain't going nowhere either, D-Flex.
Yeah.
D-Flex really,
Like,
you
you
really
just said
flexing, man. You capping, bro. He
When
capping
time
today.
Like, look,
He capping all day today.
and I'm done.
Oh,
But
and
when
also
time
think of,
Resident Evil 4 Leon come, I'll be back. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
He gonna do. Hey, he gonna do just like Smokey.
Yeah, right. All right. So some of the pitfalls. I'm gonna be frank with y'all. Right?
Go ahead.
My wife not a fan of this stuff, and she thinks that financially we could be doing better things with our money. And guess what? I used to say,
right.
"What do you mean our money?" That's a bad way to say. I'm gonna give y'all a life lesson. When you have a debate, I'm not gonna use the word aga. I'm gonna say debate with your wife. When you refer to the home, use the word our. Don't make the mistake and say my. Okay? When you talk about the money that you get paid from your job, don't say I got paid. Say we got paid. Our.
Why? What happened? What happened when you said?
Because
I got paid.
What was that lesson that you learned?
I just want
to. When you spend money on statues, it does get rid of some of your liquid money, right?
It's facts.
Okay, you got bills, and then you want to save. Now I save through like a deferred compensation type of thing, so that's my nest egg. But I'm not gonna lie, I want to open my bank account and always see 10 to 20 grand. If I can always have 10 to 20 grand just sitting in my account where emergencies happen, or if a friend needs to borrow some, trustworthy friends, and then I can. But
trustworthy friends.
Everybody is playing this game right now of, hey, let me hold some. I got you. The whole world is kind of like this now, and I'm not saying each individual, but that's the kind of going theme of the world. We all take care of one another. We all in this struggle together. So then if we struggling as a society and then we spending money on polystone, then we have sort of a problem, right? So you taking money out of the house to spend on stuff that statues. It is an addiction. It just is, right? We would be like, oh man, I don't be buying all the expensive clothes, man. I don't wear all that mess. But you still buying this. So it's the same difference in a way, you know. Brother talking about, I'm gonna get in the gym and get my body ripped up, so I don't have to be paying all this money on no clothes. I wear my body. That sounds like something that DJ Herc would say.
It is.
I don't wear shirts anymore. I just go outside. My skin is my clothes. I'm DJ Hercules.
Because I'm the sexy one.
Oh, actually.
And it's like, I don't need clothes.
I had went to me and my girl went to a cowboy.
You see what he said? He said, wife. Let me ask my female statues if we can bring a wife home. That's funny.
Oh, that's a good one.
Me and my girl just went to a cowboy, dressed up like cowboys and cowgirls and stuff, right? And guess who won the sexiest cowboy of the night? Yours truly. That's right, baby.
Man, you should send me a picture of that.
And you didn't even have the bathrobe on.
You got your intruders on her?
I did not have the bathrobe on. I did not.
Oh, he didn't have the bathrobe on.
Yeah, it was a cowboy party. Cowboys don't wear bathrobes.
Hey, did you have your spurs hooked up tight?
No.
Was you playing Cowboys, the girls, when y'all did that?
I went to Ross and got me a cowboy shirt.
Got
me a cowboy hat. And then when they was just like,
I'm digging it.
They was doing the sexiest cowboy thing. Everybody was just trying to walk and model. I had a toy shotgun. I slid on the floor and cocked the shotgun. Oh my God!
Got him.
That's my mama and that's my baby. That's my mama and that's my baby.
I like that.
Interesting.
Hey, that was right after you came over the crib, right?
So
right before.
Yeah.
This looked like a cross between Logan and Bishop.
Between Logan, Bishop, and Clint Eastwood.
Yep, that's my mama and that's my baby.
All right, there go your local resident DJ
I did want
Herc.
to say a little.
And she is a sweetheart. She is real cool people, man.
The sexiest cowboy in the Midwest.
Whoa,
who's a sweetheart? Who's a sweetheart?
He said Amber's a sweetheart.
Oh, Amber.
And
Amber.
I think Critical Mass will
Amber.
agree with me on this.
Amber, I got a joke. What does a man with a 1-inch penis have for breakfast?
Yeah. Okay.
Baby food and therapy. Keep Padding told me
what I
that
was
joke.
attempting to say a little bit earlier, I mean, a lot of collectors run into this.
Y'all remember that? More money.
Yeah, more money, more money.
Traveling 3 times. We do want to travel. That's fun. Those are memories with your family.
Yes.
But you travel, you got pictures, you got polystone. The Libra scale here. What's better to have? But collecting costs a lot of money. That's the biggest pitfall.
Pieces
it is.
that people want and make them affordable. That way, that collectible kind of stuff, won't be such of a mess. But going back to what I was saying earlier, in situations like this, it'd be better if y'all did like a convention, a real small convention for like 3 months, and get rid of the pieces that you don't want. When all the collectors come together, they vend, and they can also do it virtual too for the people that can't participate in person. So it's a juggling act that you have to do with collecting. Either that or just save your money and buy eggs, because like I said, eggs cost more than statues.
All right, y'all. I'm a boogie on the
Majority
body
of these
here.
conventions be
My baby here, so
up in Critical Masses, area.
All right,
bro. All right, man.
Where they be debuting all this stuff in the first place.
All right.
And where they be putting all these prices that they know people are going to spend buying TV.
All right,
It's exit time, so I got to go.
He about to throw on his spurs.
Buy from the companies that you like.
This man said he about to throw his
but
spurs
don't
on.
overdo it.
Yeah.
Only his
man.
spurs.
He
I'm
about
gonna
to
put my
get the
cowboy
bucket.
hat on and get busy.
All right, man.
All he gonna have on the spurs and a cowboy hat.
All right, fellas, y'all have a blessed week. I'm out
All right.
of here.
God bless. Take care.
Okay.
Music for the show is very exhilarating.
Yeah. Wow. So what changes, man, should we make as collectors, man? I want to hear what my man Critical Mass got to say about this. What changes should we make, brother, as collectors, man? But before that, D-Flex said this hobby isn't sustainable for me. Eventually, I want to travel more in the near future. Yeah. But what changes, brother, should we make in collecting?
I just think definitely you want to, before you see something you want to buy, you really should think. And don't give in to the FOMO and just jump on some stuff. Really think about it. Is this something that I really, really want? Because we don't need any of this stuff. We really don't. And at some point it turns into a waste of money. But, if you are going to stay in this hobby, you got to think about what you want and put that money in a good place. Just don't start randomly buying stuff, because eventually we all going to run out of space. And I always say space is the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, on a personal level, over the last year or so, because the way the economy is, the way things been going, what have you done with your collecting consciously to make a change in a, maybe a different direction, or what are you doing to sustain, or like, from your personal advice experience, what have you done and maybe it can help somebody?
I've definitely backed off of some things as far as having too many pre-orders open. I've actually exercised what I just said a moment ago. I've really thought about things, and I put things in my shopping cart, and I look at it, and I just really go in my room and I look around, and then I just just have to use I try to think about the word discipline, and not only think about it but exercise it. And you just have to find some type of internal discipline not to be sucked into this financial rabbit hole. I don't know if I'm giving you what you need.
No, that makes sense, man.
That makes sense, man.
So, what's your advice, man? What changes should we make as collectors? And then, talk about some of the personal things that you've done over the years to sustain being a collector.
Well,
first
the advice. I think the best thing is, like, I will break down, like, for me, it's worked for me, and you know this personally, Fatal. I take a certain percentage out of my check every week, and I put that aside, and I accumulate that for my own personal, how can I say, indulge, or my personal passion for collecting. And the rest of our money, like you say, the wife handles that. And then I keep a calendar of whatever. I always keep a calendar in my phone of whatever payments I have to make, and I pay it ahead of time with the money that I accumulate, so that I can have money on the side for whatever happens to come out or on a spurt. I always take a certain percentage out. I don't take much. I'll take maybe 10, 15% out of my check, and that goes towards my own personal collection for me. That's what I do. That way the rest of the check does not get touched. And if and sometimes my wife will bless me and say, hey, here you go. She'll bless me with an extra income, an extra little income, which is awesome too. That's the blessing of having a great marriage. But my thing is that my advice would do that if you really are passionate about your collecting. I mean, depending how your income is, your annual income, and or what you get weekly or bi-weekly, take that certain percentage out and put it to the side for your collecting. And it happens to maintain you. It happens to discipline you, where you're like, okay, this is how much set amount I have. This is what's coming out, because there are some times where I've had to pass on certain pieces. And notice, Fatal is one to always hit me over the head with it, be like, you're going to regret passing up on that piece. And there are times that I do, but I do pass up on it because I'm like, I can't, everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. So I can't really have everything all at once. So sometimes I got to pass something. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet and be like, okay, I'm good though. But that's my advice for when it comes down to just put a certain percentage on your check and put that aside, and accumulate that money, and you'll be able to get what you want, whether it's statues, whether it's multiple statues, whether it's hot toys, whatever hobby you're into, mezco, storm collectibles. I collect various types. I collect some action figures and all that. And sometimes I take like a 20 here, 25 there. I'll even let Fatal know, hey, they got this and that, and I'll go ahead and cop it, but I think you have to have a balance of how much you're taking out. And, like my wife always says, You have your money, take from that, and that's all I do. You know, as hard as it is, that I got to make a decision. Do I really want to do that, or do I want to save up and pay this off real quick and then be ahead of the game? You know, I always go for the latter. I always do that. So
Goosebeck says the thing that worries him about this hobby is the increase in prices, not to mention everything else that goes into this. Like you may have to buy furniture or build furniture just to accommodate the pieces. Absolutely, they're getting larger, and I've had to do that where I had to get a whole new shelving system, and then IKEA stopped making even these right here. I just got these and I wanted more, and they don't sell them anymore. So
are you kidding me?
Like, and they do that all the time, and they got some of the most reasonable prices, you know.
And they probably got resellers out there that have a bunch of them, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Resin Rona says, even if I can, that doesn't mean I should. That makes a lot of sense. That's kind of what you just said. I only do 2 pre-orders a year. If I sell a statue, I use those funds to pay off my PO and save the rest. That's smart.
That's smart. That's very smart.
Now that's discipline.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very much discipline. Yeah.
I got 2 storage units, and I did that because I wanted to spread the stuff out. So when I go and grab them, but I'm gonna have to get rid of one of those storage units so I can save monthly on that. So you're right. These boxes, man, and I was thinking about what changes should we make. And when I speak, I'm gonna talk about that too. But buy less and look for deals on the aftermarket. Yeah, man. Hey, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, you could do that too. Another thing, you know, like I remember, like when the second part when you had asked Fatal. When you have
people trying to get crackhead prices off me, and I think it's a certain number that I'm like, really, right? So if I sell it at a crackhead price, that's on me. But if you offer me a crackhead price, then I'm gonna be probably a little bit offended, especially if I dealt with you numerous times. But
he's gonna look at you like a crackhead. That's what basically he's saying.
Yeah, because then they're gonna expect me to be crackish every time. But if you see the deals out there, you got to be able to have the money to jump on them right away. Because most of the time, people selling something at a crazy price, they're not gonna take a plan on it.
No, they're not.
I know you don't collect statues, but you do collect what changes should collectors make as collectors? If you're there, sound like you in the project hallway about to get robbed. What's going on?
Was that a gunshot?
Are you there?
Dante, answer, please, sir.
Dante.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Are you okay?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in the hallway.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Okay, officer, he's here.
I'm here if anybody can hear me.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm here.
He asked a question, Dante.
Am I say that again, Critical? Never mind. Can anybody hear me?
Fatal had a question for you.
Are you listening? Are you even earth to Dante?
No, it's fake. I heard this listen part.
This is diabolical, man.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Critical, what was the question?
Can you answer the question?
Man, sit your ass down.
Can you answer the question? Can you answer the question?
What was the question?
All right, that's it. The question is going across in the scroll, brother.
Hey, my stomach hurt, man. Stop it.
Sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Heard that part. Then I saw that part. But yeah, people should review the statues that they want, and then if they want to get that statue, save up or either wait until that statue people just have to be mindful about how much they're spending and what they're spending on when these statues come out to play. You don't have to get everything, but again, get the statue that you want. You got to do that balancing act a little bit to where you don't get obsessive about it and you don't start doing all this other extra stuff. At the end of the day, just be mindful. Just be very mindful about what's out there. And is it worth getting, or if you can get it at a later date?
Appreciate it.
Not to be obsessive about it, but be mindful, be creative, and pay attention to what these companies are doing so they don't burn you on getting all of these statues that y'all say that y'all can't sell at a later date or whatever the case may be. But it's just being basically a good steward with your money. And being passionate but still responsible about your hobby. That's all.
All right, thank you. Jose says
those are the changes that you should make.
With the way things are now, you have to be ready to take a loss in price for your pieces if you want to sell. Yeah, I know, but it kind of sucks. It's so easy to get sucked into buying multiple IPs rather than sticking to one or two that you have space for. Absolutely. That's why people like Batman Statue Collector. It's easier for him because he'll collect pretty much all Batman IPs. And then like you got X-Men exclusives, my man out there, he collect pretty much all X-Men. So you stick to one line, it's easier. But me, as you can see behind me, I don't stick to one line.
Yeah. I had that same
y'all
problem.
gonna hate it.
But so I posed that question, should I sell my whole collection? Because this is a struggle, because it's like you look up, dang it, I got a payment due. Some companies you can push back pretty unlimited. Sideshow, you can push back a payment twice if you got a pre-order. But at the end of the day, you got to be careful with pre-orders and payment plans, because 1 or 2 payment plans is cool. But if you're not paying attention, you got 30 of them, 40 of them, 50 of them. And this is true in the community. Lots of open pre-orders, and that costs monthly. Even if you got, let's say, 50 pre-orders and they only $10 a month, 50 times 10. You know what I mean? And we know it's not that cheap. So if you got 50 pre-orders, most of them are at minimum $50. So if it's 50 times 5, it's a lot of money.
You're like, it's a lot of money.
It's $2,500.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Per month. And that's that's if they that cheap. So you it's easy to get in trouble. And I've been there. And at some aspects, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because I like collecting. And I'm a person with a type A personality. So if you say, man, you going back to school? I'm going for a PhD. Man, you getting this tattoo? Yeah, I got a sleeve. You want to get promoted to work? Yeah, and I keep on studying hard. But that's a good thing in a way, to have that type of personality for certain things in life. But when it comes to like being a collector, you become compulsive. It becomes an addiction over a hobby.
And you get, it's very easy that anxiety of phone, anxiety.
I'm about to Dante you, because I let him talk, you talk.
Okay, no, I was gonna say FOMO. That's it.
Right. Lord, hold on, man. I'm Danteing you.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yeah, to get into yourself.
He came in my spot, and I gave this man a cool 5. Lord. My people. These gonna be the bloopers. Look, no, bro. When it becomes an addiction, you can get yourself in major trouble with this. And the FOMO that you was about to
having
bring up,
technical difficulties.
is one of the biggest things, the FOMO, because it's like, oh, I don't want to miss that piece. So my advice to that would be this: if it's Star Wars, and particularly like Darth Vader or a character like that, you might have to jump on it. If it's offshot, you might have some time. If it's a very low ES, you might have to jump on it. If it's got a large ES and you got time, instead of putting the money down on it, let's say if it's Sideshow and it's saying it's releasing, and you say, okay, I really want it, put the down payment, and don't do a payment plan. Stack the paper on the side. Keep that money in a separate account. And then if you want it, when it drops, then you go and you pay it off. If Sideshow happens to want to push it back, that's your out. Because once they push, this is just a company like Sideshow. Once they push the product back, you have the option to cancel it without losing your NRD. So know that. And if you're not making payment plans, then you don't have to worry about getting a refund. You can just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm gonna back out. You get all your money back. That's one piece of advice. Don't have too many pre-orders open at one time, right? My advice is, and I put things out there to see what other people thinking about this. It looks like at this time it's not a good time to sell. And the only thing that you're gonna really be able to sell is two types of items. The ones that you don't care about losing on, because then you like, cool, I'm gonna take a $200 loss on this. I just want to get rid of it. And the other one is a grail, but you rarely want to sell those. And those are the pieces that people are looking for, and then you'll be able to get all of your money back on. Sometimes a little bit more. Like if you had a Superman Hush and you bought that for $1,000 when it came out, if you sold Superman Hush right now for $2,000 in brand new or very new condition, you'll be able to sell it quickly because it's a statue that moves. Same thing with that XM Storm. Those types of statues people don't typically sell. So if you want to move off those, you can sell them. So grails, quote unquote grails, and pieces that you don't care about taking a loss, you can sell those, but then are you going to live to regret it? If you're a collector, you may look back and hate that you sold it because you may not ever be able to get it again for that same price that you sold it, and then you might end up spending more money on it. Rashid is a good example of somebody who sold something and got it back. Dante having some technical difficulties. It was like a caution on his thing. So those are some of the advices I give. But when I do this, I had to play back and listen to my own advice because I'm addicted to collecting, right? And I want to have the opportunity where I can sit back, put my feet up, and enjoy my collection. Whether, that's what I really want to do. I haven't given you guys a room tour yet because I'm still scrambling because pieces have changed in size. I used to have a very neat collection, and at that time, my wife used to come down, and when she would have company over, she'd be like, hey, I want to show you my husband's basement. And then she'd be like, hey, P, show them the basement. And then they would come down, and they would say, wow. But then over the years, so many companies, so many pieces coming out, so many different sizes and scales. I have to change these, and it's mentioned in here, you have to change your display options just so you can have a place to put these massive things. And then I'm steady building and rebuilding and rebuilding. IKEA, they stopped doing tumbo doors. Now I got to get rid of Bestas. Then when I bought the black brown packs to match my Cadillacs and my Bestas that were black brown, they stopped selling the packs in black brown. So then I had to go white. Then I went and got the Brors, and then I noticed they had the table, and then these tables behind me are done. So now it's like, okay, we got to shift. And that's the dynamics of collecting. And do I want to build custom shelving? Then somebody come by the house. Now I done spent all this money getting custom shelving. I got to tear it down because the buyer don't want it. right? So it's a lot of things that go into collecting, man. And that's why we here on these channels. We talk about this stuff. Hopefully it can help somebody. Don't go down this road, because my wife right now is kind of mad at me about the level of collecting. I'll be honest with you. She is. Random Korean, for married men, would you recommend us singles to buy what we can now before we lose our freedom? Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, that's funny.
Absolutely.
The only one not married right now on the panel is Dante. He's in a single life.
Yes,
but
I am.
Married men, look. As a man, I truly believe, as a Christian man, that I'm the head of my household. However, my wife is extremely important to our home. So I have to listen to her advices. And if it becomes a problem, it can cause a rift in your marriage. I don't care what nobody say. If your wife got a problem with anything that you're doing, it's going to cause a rift. And we can't get mad at our wives for that, because, that's our wife, right?
Right.
And it's some women collectors out here, and both they collect together, married couples. But like, if you single, you don't have nobody to answer to. And I know answer to sound kind of extreme, but that's the only word you can really use for this. Because when you get married, you become a team. You become a team, and every team got a leader. However, we have to depend on one another in that environment, right? Mm-hmm. And when you have children, they part of the team too. So then that goes some of your other pieces of your finances. And when you're a collector, you have to think about the entire team. If you single, get your pieces out the way now. And if she comes into the marriage and she's like, man, random Korean, this is nice, I like this, but when we get married, stop buying it. You can keep it though, but it's good for her to see a woman that you're interested in to be married with, to see what you're into already, because then now she knows your personality out the gate. You know what I mean? But I would, definitely, because money got to be spread around when you marry. If we get one piece a year, imagine how happy we would be for that piece. Absolutely. That's why I said I don't care if companies go out of business like that, because it'd be less. And I do wish companies would slow down. Sometimes as collectors, we like, oh man, we want this, we want that, we want this. But do we really? Do we really want them to continue to come out with all these pieces? If
That's true.
But the companies get greedy. So they want to keep making money so they can drive around in Lamborghinis and drink $200 a glass liquor, So I wish it was like that, because it don't feel like Christmas anymore. If you're doing good for yourself in life and you keep getting pieces in, then they don't have that impact like they used to when you only can get one piece. A child without shoes, if you get them a pair of shoes, if you give them a pair of $20 Nikes, they gonna go nuts if they never had shoes. But a child with 30 pair of shoes or 40 pair of shoes or 100 pair of shoes, you buy them a pair of $20 Nikes and they gonna look at you like you crazy.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Get these bubblegum shoes out of here.
Nothing. You know what I mean? You can spend $1,000 on these, or just $1,000 to $2,000 on one item. You can spend thousands of dollars on these, or just $1,000 to $2,000 on one item. It accumulates. Life's unpredictable. You may need cash in the future. You may end up old with things no one wants. That's true.
That's very true. Yes.
Before Superman Hush with bonus port. I think you made a decent decision on that. It's all stressful. To be fair, you are one of the only channels getting pieces in and unboxing regularly. I have. And you know what's crazy? If I really, really cared so much about YouTube, I would probably wonder why I didn't have, say, 300 people. I mean, I care about being here with the people who with us. Because we chatting it up with y'all. But I think I'm one of the only channels that is doing unboxings regularly. It's a trip. Because back in the day, if you was doing unboxings as frequently as I was, you got 300 people in the chat. It's kind of strange, but it really ain't. I don't do it for that. I like to hang out with my uncle Dante, and I like to ruffle his feathers and razzle dazzle him, and Critical and DJ Herc and Jomo, and hang with them, and Crippler and all them, and talk to y'all in the chat. So it's fun unboxing it with you guys because it's like sharing the experience, you know.
That's what it's all about.
Like that new Wonder Woman. She didn't say nothing about it, Carl. So, you know, but we do. She didn't say nothing about it, but we do got to be responsible. And I'm talking to myself. That's why I put stuff out there like that. I do, and I've said this more than once. I want to sell about 15%. I don't like to give up my collection, but I understand that some things I can like, okay, I didn't unbox this one. I can let it go. I can throw this money here. I'm gonna consolidate and tighten up my my boxes. So if I got everything unboxed, I just have to kind of make a chart of where the box may be. But if it's packed in tightly in the storage, then I can save space. I like walking around my storage. That's why I got 2 of them, because I got where I can walk around. I'm gonna change that because I can't be spending all this money on storage. That's part of collecting. If you paying $200 a month on storage, you paying $2,400 a year. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I've been there.
That's a lot of money.
You know what happened?
I'm glad so far that I haven't had to get a storage, and I'm slowly destroying my boxes and getting rid of the ones that I know I'm not going to sell, and eventually I'll get on to some more. But so far, I think I've only maybe 4 boxes I destroyed.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can do that because if in time comes, my daughters could sell it and make something. Because I don't think companies gonna be around forever making statues. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
you know. But am I gonna care when I'm dead and gone? No,
no,
I'm not.
You're gonna be moved on to the next life.
Yeah, so that's why, like, selling a chunk and keeping the ones that I absolutely love is probably where I'm gonna go. Because I need to sit back, breathe, and really enjoy and take in the museum style environment.
Yeah.
Because if you keep getting stuff in and you constantly moving stuff around and it's not neatly displayed, then you're not enjoying your collection. You just
it's gonna be crowded.
Yeah, this is what we do at the museum. We get stuff in like almost every other week of people donating stuff. And we change the exhibit around like every year. And we have, respect for everything, and we keep everything because it has to be archived because it's part of history. In this situation, basically, you just have to, take it a statue at a time instead of, overpopulating and, just getting everything that comes out. So since you talking about it like in a museum style, that's basically what you have to do. You might have to switch out every now and then, as well as sell and maybe even probably get some pieces off. I'm just saying.
Both of these things are possible. Customs, boy, they be on you, man. Boy, they be on you about them payments because they rely on that money to to continue the process.
I want my money, man.
Yeah, man, you should have never got in this. Like, man, hold on, man. One, you're charging too much. Two,
how you gonna talk to me like that?
Two, your piece ain't coming out the next year. What you need this money for right now?
It's to fund the piece so it can come out.
Exactly. So fund the piece. Blah blah blah.
Well, like I said, y'all really gonna hate this. McFarlane, they just released 1/4 scale of Batman: Dawn of Justice. Batman versus Superman.
What was his name again, Dante?
It's McFarlane.
Okay, just checking.
Right.
Okay.
DC Direct. Yeah, DC Direct. It officially goes on sale in 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
All right.
pre-order for it is today.
All right, fellas, we about to get up out of here. I got class in the morning.
Yeah.
We at the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna go around the panel, starting with Dante. Man, any last thoughts, man, for the people out there?
Yeah. Happy to grace another show, but this will be my last because tomorrow I walk 46 times. So I'm not going to be 45 after this week.
Dante is birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Dante.
Happy birthday, Dante.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Shout out to Herc and shout out to Jomo. But yeah, the final thoughts are, just be mindful. Get the pieces that you like. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Enjoy your hobby. Enjoy your passion. Don't obsess.
Yeah. For sure. Why not buy a $10,000 Tesla unboxable movable house and set it up in the backyard as a statue studio? Is it $10,000? We gotta talk about that in all round. Welcome to the show, but we about to get up out of here. But I'm gonna be looking at that right when I get off of here. Critical Mass.
Yes, sir.
What you got for them, man? What you got for the peoples? The peoples.
I just want to say shout out to the chat. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but you decided to come and rock with us. It's always a good time. And I just want to say it's easy to say, but you have to find a way to do it. Collect responsibly. Pay your bills, put some money in the savings account for a rainy day. But if you do buy this, fall down in this polystone paradise that we're into, please collect responsibly. Redeemer, what you got?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say I'm very humble to be on the show. I'm glad to be back. It's been kind of a trivial time, as my nephew had shared with you guys. Appreciate the chat. Forgive me, shout outs and all that, saying what's up. But yeah, to piggyback on what you said, yes, we have to be responsible with what we collect and how we collect, and the accumulation of collecting. Because, one can, I'm telling you, we get so tempted by so much of what's out there in the media and all that, and we see it, and then we see images, and then we get notifications that we get so tempted and get that FOMO anxiety to come and attack us, and then sometimes we just gotta breathe, take a chill pill, and just say, pump our brakes and just focus and appreciate what we have, and be like, okay, I'm not going to get that, start disciplining ourselves more. I think discipline is key in this hobby. I think discipline is very key in this hobby. But other than that, yeah, man, I'm just happy to be back and happy to share, to be on there here with the KooLNerdz crew and all that. Definitely can't wait for next time to be on here to see what other subjects we're going to talk about.
Yep.
All right, so
for sure. Show. Welcome back to the show. Y'all know what it is.
Oh, here we go.
As y'all can see, it just says fatal down there. It just says fatal. There's gonna come a change for the channel. Fatal the Collector will be no more. Bear with me on this. If I use the moniker Collector, then that means I have to continuously collect, right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna change the name. Fatal is going nowhere, but Collector, I might have to change that, because really, I do more than collector. I'm a man of God, Christian, man. I'm a husband, father. I like the cosplay. I like comic books. I like pop culture, film, cartoons. There's more than collecting here, really. If you think about it, the stuff that we talk about, collecting is a byproduct of all the pop culture that we are interested in. Fatal stands for something. As you know, I'm a Christian. I said it once. But Paris has a testimony about the Lord is what Fatal stands for. And if I am under the pressure of always collecting pieces, then, man, that means I'm addicted to something. And I don't want to be addicted. I want to enjoy, have passion for, and fun with this hobby. But at the same time, I don't want to be responsible to always have to get in new stuff all the time. I got enough pieces to unbox for a while now, right? And I need to get those unboxed and share those with you. About stuff like The Penguin on HBO Max, which is absolutely outstanding. And share time with my friends and my family, more importantly, and with my faith, reading more scripture and being more financially responsible. We have shows like this periodically, man. I think this is one topic about collecting, the responsibility of it and being responsible in how we spend our money. It's important, man, because you can't get in trouble. I often look back and I look at all the pieces I got. I'm like, man, I could have paid off a car early, or I could have this amount of money sitting in the bank. To be able to have a nest egg financially is really good. And I'm not saying that you have to be like Scrooge McDuck and you stack up every little penny that you got. That's not what I'm saying, because then life is not fun. But there should never be a time where you have to borrow from somebody because you had to buy a piece. There should never be a time when you want to take your family out on a lavish dinner and then you're like, I can't do it because I got 2-3 payment plans coming out this weekend. You got to put your family first, right? Where you want to go to Disney with your family and you can just be like, you know what? I'm just going to buy that trip. I got the flights, I got the hotel room, I got the amusement park tickets. And man, I got enough money where we're going to be able to eat all inclusive. Those are things that we don't want to take for granted, because those are the memories that your family are going to have when you pass on. Not your statues. It's part of it, because I mean, like, oh, these are dad's statues. They're really cool. Why are they going to keep them? Or are they going to throw them in the garbage? And how hard would it be for them to sell it when you move on? Or reboxing it? You got an unboxing video for everything detailed on how they can rebox it? Are you going to leave that in your will? So we have to really be mindful of these things, man, because this is a byproduct of pop culture that we all love. But do we have to collect all the time at the level that we collect to enjoy pop culture? That's why Fatal, the collector, that collector thing got to go. Fatal is going nowhere. The change is coming. It's a slight change, you know. Maybe my numbers drop on YouTube. I don't know. But it's a lot more to this than just collecting. This is pop culture. This is friendship. This is family. This is the KooLNerdz Lounge. And we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been rocking with us over the last few weeks. More people have been here. And man, we love it. Because I love the engagement with you guys. It makes this all more special. And before we get out of here, No Ram said happy birthday to you, Dante. Carl Hemmings, I should be in the bed. It's 3 a.m. where he's at, man.
Where is he at?
Humble.
He gotta be overseas.
Fatal Peace.
It's
Fatal
just it's just nine. It's just 9. Sorry, it's just 7:14 for me.
Thanks for the stream, Fatal and the KooLNerdz. Enjoy my stay. I appreciate you, Random Korean. The Fatal. This is fun.
The Fatal Larian.
Pretty cool. I got a name. And as you can see, I changed the channel, my profile pic here. I'm just gonna type a yo in here real quick. You see that, y'all? Y'all, you see that logo? Y'all peep that logo for things to come.
You have a lovely hat.
Content. We're still gonna bring y'all good content. Hopefully, content is great. Still gonna be bringing some unboxings. We're gonna talk about comics. We're gonna bring back our versus battles with Marvel and DC. We're gonna bring back our movie reviews and cartoons and all that stuff that we was doing. And because we want you to be able to enjoy pop culture without always having to spend a lot of money. Right? If you can come on here Monday and you don't have to do nothing but spend some time and not having to spend a lot of money, then that's beneficial to you. Because hitting the like button don't cost you nothing. But anyway, man, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Next week is episode 70. We got something special in store for you. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do an unboxing.
Clem, did you say episode 70?
Episode 70.
Episode 70.
Episode 70 next week.
Episode 70.
Maybe we
Billy
should wear
Bob
cowboy
Redeemer,
hats.
did you hear what that boy said?
I sure did.
I showed the
Okay, so the Jim.
collard greens and cornbread next week on KooLNerdz Lounge.
Oh, now I'm coming for some cornbread.
You know, get me some cornbread. I love me some cornbread. Some ham hocks.
Hey, Critical Mass, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Damn right, I made my cornbread. You can't
Make sure we bring Cowboy DJ Herc.
Oh, that's the
Dukes
real
of Hazzard.
cowboy.
Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. This has been a KooLNerdz Lounge. You're looking at the KooLNerdz. Yeah. Y'all.
Everybody got to go sometime.
Nigga, your boy, get this groove on, y'all.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, baby.
You doing that lucky slide?
Yeah,
No,
buddy.
that was 5 minutes doing something. I think
Yeah.
that's when I left.
Well, I don't age either. I don't look much older today than I did then. But look at this. Aging. Up at the top left, this is how I'm gonna be when with a statue collector. As a statue collector, still collecting with a gray beard. You know what I'm saying?
And a head full of hair.
Oh, I'm gonna have a head full of hair. You see Critical?
Yeah, definitely critical. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love under your hair. I wanted to speak on that earlier.
I need to do something with it. I'm at an impasse. I don't know what I want to do with it right now. I got to get some more, get my sister to braid it up again like I did at StatueCon.
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in.
That's how a collector is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that's a
really
collector
is.
right there. Can you stop me from collecting?
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor and send people who aren't from this planet.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Man. It's been good. I
You keep
appreciate
seeing
you.
these new pieces coming out. It's hard.
Yeah.
Again, just
I
be mindful. Peace.
Hey man, this the place to be on Mondays, y'all. Tell your cousins, tell your nephews and nieces, tell your mama, tell your wife. Hey,
Club
call
Fatal.
all of them. Tell them Mondays here. We're gonna start doing these more. All right.
Ooh,
Gonna start doing
giveaways.
those more.
Let's go.
And you can't get nothing if you ain't here. This has been a KooLNerdz Lounge.